Yisong's Bygone Days is currently really strong, but you might not have known about that. Let me explain. What Bygone Days Yisong says it does is randomly inflict 6 plus Gloom Resonance times 1.5 sinking between targets with an attack weight of 3. It also inflicts 2 bind if the target is 6 plus sinking, but that isn't important. The important part is the random infliction of sinking between targets. See, for some reason, it does not apply all of the sinking in one big instance, but instead applies multiple instances of individual sinking potency. This might not seem like that big of a deal, but sinking is echoes of the manner, an effect that gives each instance of sinking a chance to have a +1 sinking count tacked onto it. This means that if you luck out, Bygone Days can be heavily count positive, like a second Rhyme Shank. Unlike Rhyme Shank, however, Bygone Days only cost 6 resources, 3 sloth and 3 gloom. Overall, it's just a great ego, providing both potency and count for cheap, while having good enough clashing and working with the Gloom Resonant sinking teams naturally achieve. This gives Yisong as a sinner yet another great role in sinking, on top of his already strong role with Deluge or Butterflies, as both of his main sinking focused identities fuel the ego fairly well, and if you're using Spice Push, it'll just deal extra damage thanks to his passive as one last cherry on top. Now, we don't have any confirmation from Project Moon as to whether or not this is working as intended, but considering that we're getting a bug fix for Echoes of the Manor being temporarily broken with no mention of Bygone Days Yisong in sight, it's possible this very strong synergy will remain in the game. That being said, it took them until recently to nerf LCCB Ryoshi's support passive, so maybe it'll just get removed in a week or two. Oh, and if this video seems like it would have been way more relevant about 2 weeks ago, that's because I've been meaning to make it for the past 2 weeks. Alright, that's all. If you enjoy the video, subscribe.